Reading Emanuel Swedenborg's Heaven and Hell. Originally published in Latin in London in 1758 with the title Heaven and Its Wonders and Hell from the Things Heard and Seen. The author's preface. Where the Lord, in the presence of his disciples, speaks about the consummation of the age, which is the last period of the Church, towards the end of the predictions regarding its successive states with respect to love and faith, he says this: "Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a trumpet and great voice, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heavens to the other." Matthew 24, verses 29 to 31. Those who understand these words in accordance with the sense of the letter have no other belief than that at the final period, which is called the Last Judgment, all those events will occur as described in that sense. Therefore, they believe not only that the sun and the moon will be darkened and the stars will fall from heaven, that the sign of the Lord will appear in the sky, and that he himself will be seen in the clouds, as well as angels with trumpets, but also, as is foretold elsewhere, that the whole visible earth will be destroyed, after which a new heaven with a new earth will come into being. Such is the opinion of most men within the Church at the present day. But those who so believe do not know the arcana which lie concealed in every particular of the word. For in every particular of the word there is an internal sense in which are discerned not the natural and worldly matters, such as are in the sense of the letter, but the spiritual and heavenly things. Moreover, this is true not only of the meaning of groups of words, but it is also true of every single word. For the word has been written by means of pure correspondences, to the end that the internal sense may be in every particular. The nature of that sense can be confirmed from all that has been said and shown about it in Arcana Celestia, also from what has been summarized in the explanation of the white horse mentioned in the Revelation. It is in accordance with that sense that the words of the Lord quoted above concerning his coming in the clouds of heaven are to be understood. In that passage, by the sun which is to be darkened is signified the Lord as to love. By the moon, the Lord as to faith. By the stars, cognitions of good and truth, or of love and faith. By the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, the manifestation of divine truth. By the tribes of the earth, which shall mourn, all things relating to truth and good, or to faith and love. By the coming of the Lord in the clouds of heaven with power and glory, his presence in the Word and in Revelation. By clouds is signified the sense of the letter of the Word, and by glory the internal sense of the Word. By angels with a trumpet and great voice is signified heaven, whence comes divine truth. Thence it is evident that by those words of the Lord is meant that in the end of the Church when there is no longer any love and consequently no faith, the Lord will open the Word in its internal sense and reveal arcana of heaven. The arcana now revealed in the following pages treat of heaven and hell, and at the same time of man's life after death. The man of the church at this day knows scarcely anything about heaven and hell or about his life after death, although they are all set forth and described in the Word. Indeed, many people born within the church even deny them, saying in their hearts, "Who has come from that world and told us?" Lest, therefore, such a negative attitude, which prevails especially with those who have much worldly wisdom, should also infect and corrupt the simple in heart and the simple in faith, it has been granted to me to associate with angels and to talk with them as man with man, also to see the things in the heavens as well as in the hells, and this for 13 years. Now, therefore, from what I have seen and heard, I am permitted to describe these things, in the hope that thus ignorance may be enlightened and unbelief dispelled. Such immediate revelation is now made because this is what is meant by the coming of the Lord.